Hello and welcome back to goldstocktrades.com. Today we have with us a new and special guest, Chris Krupe. Chris is CEO of Paramount Gold and Silver. Paramount can be traded as PZG on the Amex. Thanks, Chris, for being here with us today.
Well, Jeb, thank you very much for having me today.
Significant news this morning, an updated resource estimate. And the new estimate reports 639,000 ounces of gold in the indicated category and another 830,000 ounces of gold classified as inferred. This is a very significant development.
Well, Jeb, we've been working pretty hard in the last year drilling the deposit. We drilled over 100,000 feet. And the numbers, I guess, speak for themselves, the quantity and the quality of gold. We've also got a significant quantity of silver that goes with that.
Yeah, and I see in the silver category, they're now estimated, the indicated resource is now estimated at over 53.6 million, plus an additional 46.2 million ounces in the inferred category. So what's the next step with the San Miguel project?
Well, Jeb, what we're doing this year is we are now taking this resource, now that it's a critical mass, and we're gonna convert that into an economic study, what we call a preliminary economic assessment. We've already started on that. It involves quite a bit of metallurgical testing to test the recoveries and to verify some, basically to improve the factual situation and the metrics. And look for the end of this year for a complete study done by an engineering firm that will give you the bottom line dollar value of what this deposit is worth.
So, Chris, when you look at the map of the San Miguel project, you're really surrounding Coeur's Palmarejo mine. And I noticed in my research the Palmarejo mine is one of the most successful cash cows for Coeur d'Alene. Can you explain about the where you're located and some of the uniqueness about being in that geographical area?
Absolutely. We're in what's known as the Sierra Madre, the very historic, prolific district, the Sierra Madre Gold Silver Belt in Mexico, amongst a number of other producers, but most closest to Coeur d'Alene. And what we did is, in the last 7 years since we started the company, is we've slowly acquired all of the claims around their mine. So we now have 460,000 acres of exploration and exploitation claims. And this resource sits very, very close to their operating mine. And so what we've got here is a series of roads that have now been built into the property. We've got 33,000 volt power. There's plenty of water here. This is not a desert area. This is more of a forested area. And so we've got all the ingredients that is needed to make and build a successful development and mining story.
Yeah, it's an incredible growth story, what we're seeing at the San Miguel project. Can you tell us about what's also interesting? I saw in my research is in this sort of difficult resource market that we've just gone through for the past 18 months, Paramount's sitting on a significant amount of cash. Can you talk about your treasury?
Sure, absolutely. Well, in March of this year, I raised $22 million of equity on a straight private placement basis, and so we're sitting on $22 million of cash right now, and we will have stuff for 2.5 years of exploration. So we don't need to go back to the markets and dilute the shareholders. We did that raise at $2.05 in March, and as of today, we're up 50 cents. We're up 25% in a hard market. I think that the assets have helped to back that. So we're cashed up. Yeah. We've also got coming in February. We've got fairly large warrant holder. Last of the warrants coming in at $1. So we've got another $8 million that's going to come due in February. So we'd expect to see that come into the treasury then.
Let's briefly talk about transition to Nevada and the Sleeper project. When you look at the recent PEA, there's some significant numbers there that shows great leverage to the price of gold and silver. Could you explain about the potential at the Sleeper project, especially as we see gold and silver prices moving higher?
Well, absolutely. What we've got as a sleeper is a former producing gold mine that produced 1.7 million ounces of gold plus silver in its day, shut down when gold was at uneconomic prices at $1,600 or $1,700 gold. We've got more than 4.5 million ounces of gold and 44 million ounces of silver credits in the ground in an open pit type style deposit, which is a low cost of extraction and low cost capex. And so we're very excited that as we're in a bull market for gold, putting out the economics of this last month demonstrated there's significant value in the ground at these gold prices and even lower prices. We assumed a $1,300 gold price and got an NPV of pushing $1 billion. So we believe that there's significant leverage to gold in this market as we move forward with the Sleeper project.
And if you look at some of the recent transactions and acquisitions, it's very interesting to note that Frontier and AUEX and some of the prior takeout targets were at much higher valuations than what Paramount is priced at right now.
Well, absolutely, and I think those valuations, those transactional valuations speak for themselves. You're talking of values between $300 and $400 an ounce of gold in the ground, pre-production or development stage, and Paramount's trading at 1/10 of that. And my goal this year is to raise that number from the $40 to $50 per ounce to a multiple of that, and we're gonna be in the marketplace doing that, and we're gonna be doing more of these kind of things you see today, getting more results of our operations and our exploration work out to the marketplace.
So, Chris, let's talk about some catalysts for the rest of 2012. Are there any important milestones or goals that you're working on?
Well, absolutely. We're now looking at Sleeper. We staked 1,000 mining claims to the south. We're currently drilling those claims. We're trying to make that deposit yet bigger and more exciting. We think that we can. I think you should be watching that for some drill results that will be coming out from Sleeper. We'll also be pushing pretty hard with the drill rigs in Mexico. As I said, we're cashed up, so expect a continuous stream of drill assays. We want to keep making that project a little bit bigger, and we want to bring the quality of the resource up as far as we can to the reserve category and really move to that economic phase so that at the end of the year I can tell you the San Miguel project, as it sits in the ground with various costs associated with it, is worth X dollars. And that's the number I want to get to this year, and that will basically help to prove out the valuation that I intend to shoot for.
Well, Chris, thanks for being here with us today and giving us an introduction to the Paramount story, and we look forward to all the developments during the rest of 2012.
Jeb, it's a nice talking to you readers, and look forward to talking to you again.